Hey guys, this is going to be a serious video for a change. Most of you probably have heard that there's been a shooting in the Portland Mall today, or was it yesterday? I don't know. I didn't know that until my dad told me. But one person was confirmed dead. There's been others injured. They didn't say whether or not the gunman was dead, but he should not be remembered, in my opinion. Actually, yeah, anybody who does this should not be remembered and kills innocent people. And I'm not going to go into a discussion about gun control and stuff like that, because I may talk about it a little bit in this video later on, but that's been talked about so much. I just want to tell you a few things about Portland. Yeah, I was in Portland, the city of Portland, and actually Oregon coast a couple years ago. I love this city. It was great. It's a great. It was named the greenest city in America, like eco-friendly. They have great transportation. But the most bicycle-friendly city in America. I read Wikipedia on crime. There wasn't. It had a very low crime rate, which I'm surprised. Actually, look at these shootings from all these years. Anybody knows it can happen anywhere, and you wouldn't expect it in one of the safest cities in America, Portland. But I really love Portland. I love they have a counterculture, like, the sort of hippies and stuff like that. They're weird, like in a good way, very, very creative, and I found the city to be very progressive and really impressive. You have pretty much everything you would want there, like the mountains and waterfalls and nature, and the city. It's sort of a big city feel without the hustle and bustle, basically. So that's enough about that. Now, I just can't believe that all these shootings are happening. I don't know what more needs to happen. I'm not going to go into depth, but I think this is just. I don't know what the government should do about it, because obviously, I think that I don't know if taking the Second Amendment, is going to be the right thing to do, but I'm just sick of hearing about this all the time. I think this is the fourth. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Fourth or fifth shooting in America that I've heard this year, and I'm getting tired of. My condolences go out to the victims and their family, not to the gunman. He should not be remembered. And by the way, if you guys are going to comment on one thing, I will not accept on this video, and not start crap or anything, but other people saying Koreans are violent. Koreans are violent. You know what? This guy, a lot of these shootings, they're not done by Koreans. So if you're going to do that, I'm going to block you. And I'm not going to, I'm not going to stand for that. But my condolences go out to the victims and their family. And it's just really depressing to hear, especially in a safe city like this. I know other cities are have more crime, but I think that you wouldn't expect it. I don't know what else to say about this. Just very sad that just sort of makes me want to cry that I can't. That this is how we are. This is how Americans are. I guess that's all I gotta say. R.I.P. the victims, and I'll pray for them and forget about sports for a while. Who cares? I mean, and that just makes you think when stuff like this happens. Then I'm not even talking about gun control. Sports. Who cares about that? Who cares who wins or loses a team? It makes other things less important. All these fights and whatever. It's not important. All this, all this stuff is very, very insignificant when you hear this stuff. I just, why can't people get help? Or if this, happened to be some frustrated guy, why couldn't he get help? I think that our government, I think that people that get guns, at least, I'm sorry I said I wasn't going to talk about it, but I'm going to talk about it a little bit more, because I think this is my opinion, and I may be wrong, but I think people that get guns should need to have a... Actually, me and my dad and I were talking about this. Should need to have a written letter from their psychiatrist. And if they're not seeing a psychiatrist, they should... Nobody's going to force them to do anything. To see somebody they don't want to see. But I think that these people should get a diagnosis and say they're fit to buy a gun. I know people have other ways of buying guns, but still, I think that's maybe one thing that the government can do. And I don't know if this guy was just it just was a frustrated guy, and if he didn't have a mental health illness or mental health conditions like that, but obviously something was wrong here, and I think people need to be more vigilant too. I'm not saying it was their fault, because I'm just saying I don't want to. They said about that on CNN before, when they said, "We're already waiting for the next time for this to happen. This is not the right time." He said that a long time ago on CNN. I think it was Pierce Morgan said that. He said, we can't wait until another tragedy like this happens. I think that I think the government really needs to do something about this. Sure, you can have guns for hunting, but I think that should be it. How about that? I mean, there's no reason. I'm not going to even go into that. But I'm sorry I talked about guns, and I didn't really want to, but I just felt like I had to say my opinion about that, and I guess that's all I got to say about this.